Welcome to another session to master Microsoft project.
Let's look at what resources your project really needs.
Resources used in construction project can be broadly classified into three categories. The first one is the material. Material are the consumable, which means they get completely utilized during the execution of the project. The second category of resource is the machinery, which is used for the execution work. They have their operating charges and various other indirect charges. And the third category is the man or the labor, which is the most important category of resource directly required to execute the work at site. Let us now begin to define this resource in the sample project which we created in the last session, where we have logically linked all the activities to arrive the project critical path. Now, to begin with the defining the resources, we need to go to the task and then we can select the resource sheet. The another way to arrive at the resource sheet is to go to the view and then directly select the resource sheet. Now this is the window where we will begin to define the resource. Now suppose we want to define excavator, then there are three types: work, material or cost. Now it is work type. Here we have to define the rate of the resources. This unit is rupees per hour. You can also define the overtime rate. So on hourly basis we will define the rate. And then you can allocate the cost at start, at end or pro rata basis. You can also assign the calendar to the resource. Now suppose we want to define a resource waterproofing. Considering it as item rate work sublet to subcontractor, we can change the type to material. And we can provide a unit whenever the material is defined. So let the unit be square meter. Now per square meter rate can be defined in the Microsoft project. Now suppose we want to define the reinforcement as a resource. So it will be material type, the unit will be ton and the rate will be around 55,000. In such way we can define the material resources. Now if you want to define a labor resource such as fitter who will be binding the reinforcement, you need to provide their hourly wages, their overtime rate, the calendar which they follow, and the category will be work. Now defining the shuttering labor, again the category will be work, will define the rate, calendar. Next resource we define is concrete as a material with its rate. In the material category, we do not require to provide the calendar. Again, we will define block as a material with its unit cubic meter and we will provide a standard rate. If we want to define a labor resource such as mason, then the category will be work. In this we need to provide the overtime and the standard rate along with the calendar. Now we will define plaster material as a material resource with its unit square meter. Again we will define the standard rate for this category of resource. So all the resources which is required in the project need to be listed down and then need to be defined in the resource sheet. Similarly, we are defining the flooring material. So here we can see one thing, those activities which are executed in the project on the basis of item rate can be defined as the material resource and we can directly allocate the cost per unit. We have defined painting as the material resource with its cost per unit. Those work which are awarded to the subcontractor based on some lump sum value or based on the item rate can also be defined under the cost category. For example, in this sample project, we are defining the electrical work, plumbing work, HVAC work and the mechanical work as a resource having a type cost. Also, as a scheduler, we can allocate whether this entire cost to be bear at the start of the activity or at the end of the activity or on the basis of pro rata basis. There are a lot of other details which can be input for the resources by adding an additional column. For electrical work, we have allocated at the end, and for the HVAC work, we have allocated at the beginning. Now similarly, you can create your resources for the project in the resource sheet with same specification or the values as created in this session. In the next session, we will target to assign these resources to the activities. At any point of time, we can further add any of the resource. Suppose if we want to add rigger labor as a resource, at any point of the project, we can directly add the resource in the resource sheet. So you can cross check each of your activity that none of the resource is missed, and if it's missed, then you can add it in the resource sheet, providing the required detail along with the resource. Once you able to define all the possible resources, then we can proceed to the next step, which is assigning the resources to the activities. Now it's your turn to enhance your skill by defining the resource in your project.